Hi everyone, my name is Paul with Newegg TV, and we're here at Blizzcon. We're actually on day 2 of the event here, but we just wanted to share some of the videos, some of the pictures that we've taken. I'm also going to run around and do a few interviews, so I hope you enjoy. So a big part of what BlizzCon is all about is for folks who are fans of the Blizzard games, such as StarCraft 2, World of Warcraft, can actually meet in person. And just along those lines, I have Clay here. He is my raid leader from my guild, and recently took us through Icecrown Citadel, as well as a fantastic defeat of the Lich King. So, Clay, I'm wondering, how much of our recent Lich King defeat do you owe to your warrior tank?
Well, I mean, it's the whole team. It's everybody working together, and it's really nice to be able to get here and meet up with just a few of the people that we work with regularly, and it's just a lot of fun and great to meet everybody that enjoys these games.
Excellent. I understand you also have some outside of the game, some IRL stuff going on. Clay works for Sonos, if you guys have heard. Did you want to give a shout out to any of your fellow employees, or just a little mention?
Oh, there's a few of us that do like the game and do like the World of Warcraft, and there's, you know, during the day we try to take a break and relax a little bit and just talk to each other about it. But yeah, no, Sonos is it's a pretty laid back company, but pretty awesome company. If you don't know about it, take a look.
All right, check out Sonos, and I know you're dying to get back over to Diablo 3, try out the new Demon Hunter class. So thank you very much, Clay.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys, I am here at the Intel booth where Kevin Crow from Intel has an SSD demonstration set up. So can you tell us what we have here as far as hardware goes, and what your goal is with that?
What we have here are 2 identical laptops. They're the same in memory and CPU, and the only thing different about them is the storage. And what we're going to do is a little demo here that'll show how you can get in the game faster with solid-state drives. So I'm just going to start these 2 machines. And typically, if you're a heavy computer user with a solid-state drive, you can literally save a couple weeks a year using a solid-state drive as opposed to using a hard disk drive. And that's just by the way the storage interacts and it moves. And you can just see in the computers behind us how much faster the SSD is getting you into Windows.
That's the SSD on the right.
Yeah, the SSD's on the right, if you didn't guess by now. And you're seeing how fast it got us into Windows, and now we're just going to, it's already in Windows on the SSD machine. Now we're going to launch StarCraft. You can see that in the hard drive machine, which is a 7,200 RPM hard drive, how that's taken a while to boot up and even get going. So we're already loading the game here. Get a log in, get that going. Still going into Windows over here. So currently everybody who has a disk drive experiences this as opposed to this, and you're going to see that with an SSD, you're going to be in a game minutes before you would on a disk-based PC. And this will affect your experience throughout the game. So every time you load assets from your hard drive, you're going to experience a much better load time with the SSD. And you're going to have a much better game experience.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for your time, Kevin,
yep,
and for the demonstration.
Got StarCraft here, just beginning to start play. And we've already run out of time on camera, but just highlights the difference.
Big difference there. Thanks, Kevin.
You're welcome.
Behind me you can see the Diablo 3 gaming area, and I was going to jump in line and see if I could try out the new class, the Demon Hunter, but it's a bit of a wait right now. This is the Blizzcon Make Your Mark wall. It's a really cool thing. They did it last year as well. Pretty much it's just a blank wall when it starts out, and as you can see, it's been completely filled up with signatures of people who enjoy their games. They're leaving their guild names, their in-game names, and just a great chance for folks to leave their mark here at BlizzCon. All right, guys, I'm here at the ASUS booth, and I have Travis Jenk. He's the lead overclocker with the Republic of Gamers. You might have seen him around on the forums. And for those of you who are into maybe water cooling out there, we are taking it one step up today. And we have some phase change cooling units that they have set up here. So can you give us just a quick explanation? What exactly is phase change? How is it superior to water cooling?
Phase change, for basic principle, is like a home freezer or refrigerator. And in essence, it's a mini fridge that plugs right into your processor. It's far superior to water cooling for the basic principle that on water cooling, the lowest temperature you can possibly get is going to be room temperature. With phase change, you can go far below room temperature. On this particular system that we have running here, we're running 40 degrees below zero, and that's on the Intel 980X Extreme Edition processor. It's a 6-core, produces an enormous amount of heat. That's something you'll never be able to do with liquid cooling unless maybe you live in Alaska. So for the simple principle of overclocking, the colder you can get the processor, the faster you can make it run.
Yeah, so we've worked a little bit with the 980X in the past, and I don't know if you can come around here. These are the actual phase change units that they have. This way, this way. And you see you got the thermometer set up right there. We're at negative 31.5 degrees right now. And if, say, the home user was interested in phase change cooling for their system, are these units available? Can they be purchased?
Yes, these units here are custom built for ASUS, specifically for these Republic of Gamer events. They're nice and flashy, got a good appeal in the color scheme. But for the average home user out there, there's a lot of places on the internet you can purchase them. A lot of guys on the forums, like Extreme Systems, if you go into their phase change cooling section, they have builders that would tailor to the community to build a specific unit the way you want it for your hardware. Or if you want to go the more cost-effective route, there are companies out there like VapoChill, ASUS makes phase change systems. I believe OCZ has the Cryo-Z, which is a phase change cooling system. And you can actually purchase those, some of them underneath $500. So as far as you look at water cooling, there's a lot of people out there that can dump a huge amount of money into water cooling. And you know, it's going to be a very beneficial system for anybody who's looking to get the extra performance out of their processor that they need.
And now, as I understand it, today you guys are hosting a contest event for all the folks here at BlizzCon, overclocking using this phase change unit setup. What is the highest they've managed to push it so far that you've seen?
For 2 days now, we're on the second day here. We've had numerous people come in from they've basically overclocked their entire life as a hobby to they have no idea what overclocking is. They never even heard of it. And we've seen anywhere between 4.5 gigahertz and just about 15 minutes ago, I had a gentleman never overclocked before, got it up to 5.3 gigahertz on the 980X.
That is quite impressive. Well, thank you very much, Travis, for spending some time with us. Learn a little bit more about phase change. So I'm now here with Sarah Kerrigan, also known as the Queen of Blades. And Sarah, what can you tell us about your time at BlizzCon so far? She doesn't talk much. All right, guys, I'm over here with Jeremy Burnett. He is the president of Danger Den. You may have heard of them. They do custom cooling, also custom builds, and now I understand you have a lot of cases that you're working on as well.
That's correct. Yeah, we do a lot of custom cases for people that call in, different builds and such, and unique hardware.
So can you give us a quick overview of the unit that you have on showcase here for BlizzCon?
Sure. 2 months ago, ASUS called us to show off their Rampage 3 Extreme board with their expander board that allows quad SLI. So we said, sure. We had about a 2-week window to get it built to be able to do the quad GTX 480s with an i7 980X, which required significant cooling, of course. And so we had to design the case to fit as much radiator in it as possible.
So as far as the hardware you have in here, as you mentioned, got the 980X. These are 4 GTX 480s. Any difficulty getting that all in and also getting it to work with that extender that you have?
Yeah, the biggest challenge we had is when we built this in late August was the expander board hadn't just reached final design, so we had to go off a prototype, and then we had to get the actual one and hope it worked so we could ship it the next day. So it was quite a challenge to get that all coordinated and done.
And I noticed you also have custom lighting in here, and also with remote control. Do you still have the remote control around? We might have it.
I think we have the remote control around here, but yeah, it was some great LED light strips. Allows you to do different colors, so you can pick your poison on color, or leave it flashing if you want to get the attention of people.
Very nice. And then finally, as far as temperatures go, have you guys done much as far as benchmarking for the temperatures with the water cooling setup that you have?
Yeah, with the GTX 480s, under air cooling, they normally load up at 80, 90 C. The hard thing with tri-SLI or quad SLI is they get sandwiched in there, so they don't get the airflow they need. With the liquid cooling, they're right at 49, 52 C under load, so that's fantastic. We're running a full motherboard block here to cool the north and south bridge and the VREGs, which is keeping that down in the low 40s.
All right, you guys check it out, Danger Den. They do awesome custom setups for water cooling, and they also have these nice acrylic cases as well. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks, Paul.
If anyone else wants to come to BlizzCon right now, just send me a tell, but I'll need to find another group member to help me summon. So I don't know if you guys are aware, but Blizzard has been making games as far back as in the early 90s, and one of my favorites back on the original Super Nintendo was The Lost Vikings. It's a really fun 2D side-scrolling puzzle game, and if you get a chance, check it out, because it's really entertaining. We came by the Antec booth earlier, and we were going to come back and get an interview, but we happened to show up right when they're doing a giveaway. They have a lot of people excited about the cases they're giving away. But we did get some still photos of some of the artwork that they have on their cases. They have quite a few custom cases, so give you a few shots of those. And Antec, I know we're not interviewing you directly, but much love, and we'll see you next year at BlizzCon. All right, guys, thanks for checking out our video. Even if you're not a fan of Blizzard's franchises, I highly recommend checking out BlizzCon in the future. There's just a ton of stuff to do here, and it's a lot of fun. And you get lots of interesting stuff to look at, just like the statue of Jim Raynor you see behind me. It's pretty cool and amazing detail. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time on Newegg TV.